because we're going somewhere super fun today. Do you want to know where that is? We're going to take a trip to the zoo. And this zoo is a really special zoo. It's a kind of zoo where we get to use our gymnastic shapes and movements to be the animals we see at the zoo. I also have some really cool fun facts I'm going to share with you about these animals. So let's get some water, put on your sunscreen, and grab a hat. And let's get ready to go to the zoo. All right, everybody, let's start by marching our way into the zoo. Here we go. So the first part of the zoo we're going to go to is to see the reptiles. So let me take a look. Up ahead, I see a snake. Put your hands together. Move your hands like this and make the sound that snake makes. Go. That's right. Keep on going. Make those snake arms. Did you know that snakes do not chew their food? I didn't know that. They eat their food whole and they just swallow it. Cool fact to know about some snakes. Let's move on. Keep on marching. Up ahead, I see some crocodiles. Clap your hands together like the crocodiles do with their mouth. Did you know that crocodiles have the strongest bite of any animal out there? Keep clapping those hands together and pretend that you're chopping just like the crocodile does. All right, let's march on over to the next reptile we're going to see. I think I see a lizard. This one's super fun. Go down on your hands and knees, and you're going to stick out your tongue just like a lizard. Did you know that lizards need the sun to stay warm? Super fun fact. All right, put those tongues away. We're moving on. Marching on over to the next reptile. Up ahead, I see a tortoise. Let me show you how we're going to be a tortoise. We're going to go on our hands and knees, and we're going to crawl very slowly, just like a tortoise would do. Fun fact, tortoises can live to be 100 years old. It's a pretty long time for an animal to live. All right, let's stand back up. We're going to march on over to the next part of the zoo. We're going to see some mammals. All right, let's march on over to the next part of the zoo where we're going to see the mammals. The first mammal we're going to see is a bear. To be a bear, you're going to go down, put your hands on the floor, and try and keep your legs super straight while you crawl. You can even go roar, just like a bear does. And let's stand up and march on over to the next animal. This one is super fun. We have a lot of these animals in Massachusetts, but you see them at the zoo too. It's a deer. So put on your antlers, and we're going to gallop. And when we gallop, we kick one foot to the next foot like this. Gallop, 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 just like a deer does. Do you know that some deer, when they lose their antlers, they grow them back? Very fun fact about deer. And let's march on over to our next animal. This animal loves to sleep. They can sleep for 16 to 18 hours a day. Do you know what it is? It's an armadillo. For an armadillo, we're going to sit down, give your legs a hug, and rock and roll. Because armadillos have shells that they will go in and hide and roll. Roll like the armadillo. And roll and stand up. And we're going to march on over to our next animal, the elephant. To be an elephant, we're going to use one arm. We're going to pretend it's the elephant's trunk. We're going to go way up and wave way down to the floor. Just like an elephant moving their trunk. And if you want, you can try using your other hand as the trunk. Way up and way down. And let's march on over to our next animal. This next animal is my grandma's favorite animal to see at the zoo. It's a giraffe. This one's pretty simple. We're just going to stand up, stretch our neck super long, and look up to the sky. because giraffes have super long necks. Keep looking up at the sky. Get a big stretch up tall in your neck, just like the giraffe. And let's march on over to the last animal we're going to see in their zoo today. These animals are found in Australia, which is one of my favorite places. They have little babies that they carry in their pouches, and they call them joeys. You know what animal that is? They're kangaroos. Put your hands up. Hop, hop, hop. Just like the kangaroos do. Woo! All right, we're gonna march on over to the next part of the zoo where we're gonna see some arthropods. All right, everybody, we're marching on over to see the arthropods. Arthropods are animals like insects that you might see, and spiders. So the first animals we're gonna go see are the butterflies. So have a seat, clap the bottom of your feet together, put your feet down and flap your butterfly wings. Did you know that butterflies only see in the colors red, green, and yellow? Can you imagine if we only saw in the colors red, green, and yellow? I'd be so sad. Some of my favorite colors are orange and blue. What colors would you miss? Keep flapping those wings like a butterfly. Fly to your favorite place. All right, stand on up. We're gonna march on over to our next animal, the tarantula. For the tarantula, we're gonna do itsy bitsy spider fingers. All the way up and all the way down. So you make one finger touch the next finger, just like in the itsy bitsy spider song. Do you know that if a tarantula loses its leg, it can grow its leg back? Thought that was pretty cool to find out. And one more time, we'll do itsy bitsy spider fingers. Whoops. There we go. All right, my friends, let's march on over. Get ready. We're gonna go see the birds next. All right, everyone, we've marched on over to see the birds, and the next animal we're going to see is one of my favorites. They live in Antarctica. They were popular in the movie Happy Feet. You know what they are? Penguins! So, for penguin, we're gonna put our heels together, turn our feet out. We're gonna waddle, 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 waddle. Just like the penguin does. You can go backwards too. Make sure you keep those feet turned out. Waddle like a penguin. All right, put those feet back, get your marching shoes on. Here we go. We're gonna march on over to see our nation's bird. Did you know that the nation's bird is a bald eagle? To be a bald eagle, we're gonna wave our arms way up and way down, way up and way down. Just like we're flying, like the bald eagle does. All right, let's march on over to our next animal. I found out today that this animal only flies at night, which is why I've never seen them flying when I've seen them at the zoo. They're pink. They like to stand on one leg. You know what they are? Flamingos! Let's put our hands on our hips. Try and balance on one leg, just like a flamingo does. And balance on the other leg. Great job being flamingos. Well, let's march on over to see this next animal. This next animal goes quack. It's a duck. To be a duck, we're gonna squat down, put our hands on our hips, and walk forwards and backwards. And we call this our duck walk, just like ducks do. Did you know that ducks live everywhere except for Antarctica? I guess ducks don't really like the cold. All right, my friends, let's keep on marching over. All right, my friends, we're marching on over to the last part of the zoo where we're going to see some kinds of fish and we're gonna see some amphibians. This next animal we're going to see is made of the same stuff that our noses are made of. It's called cartilage. They're huge. They're one of the biggest animals on Earth. And they have a little fin on top of their head. You know what animal this is? It's a shark. Put your hands on your head and wiggle side to side, moving and pretending you're a shark. All right, let's march on over to the next fish we're going to see. This fish has a name that we know of another animal. It's called a lionfish. Lionfish has lots of spikes. So we're gonna put on our spikes and we're gonna pretend we're swimming like a fish in the water. Swim just like the lionfish swims. All right, everyone, we're marching over to the last animal we're gonna see at the zoo today. This animal goes ribbit. Do you know what it is? It's a frog. We're gonna do some jumps like a frog. Squat down, touch the floor. Jump up as tall as you can. Do it again. Touch the floor, jump up. Touch the floor, jump up. Touch the floor, jump up. One more time. Touch the floor, jump up. All right, my friends, let's march on out of the zoo. I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was a pretty awesome day at the zoo. Thanks for joining me and